Hello all, this is Jack Rocket solo role-playing in the future of yesteryear. It's created by Mark Quire. I came across this on DriveThru RPG just earlier today. And I was just looking at it and reading up on it, and I was like, dude, this looks like it's going to be fun. So we got here, it's version 0.2. So here's your table of contents. Welcome to the future of yesteryear. Character creation, only 57 pages to it. The preface is the core of the game was originally written around 93, 94, inspired by Dare, which is a controversial memoir of Dan Dare, pilot of the future. That's a British dystopian science fiction comic story. I believe that's where the inspiration came from. And I just like, here says, herein you, a solo player, star as a rocket core hero in rockets and ray guns, misguided, optimistic, cardboard set future. I think that's so awesome, dude. The mechanical core is the Citadel engine, meaning it's going to be strength, grit, dexterity, and will are the core stats. Fast saves, brutal damage, clean advancement via charges. As you know, I'm still fairly new to the solo RPG stuff, so that stuff is like, what? This game gives you a character, a mission, engines to generate scenes, twists, threats, and finales, a fully replayable solo story loop, one-shot adventure structures, rules for advancement via charges. You do not need a GM. The oracles herein are your GM. The solar system awaits, held together by duct tape and dreams. I just love the wording in this. This is really cool. What you need to play is the usual randomizers. Throughout these rules, you'll need to be directed to roll 1d(n), where n is the number of sides the dice would have. But you can use whatever method you like to pick random numbers. Notepads, input, manual, or digital, pen and paper, essentially. So, pretty dang cool here, setting at a glance. Jack Rocket is a retro future pulp sci-fi played straight. It is the future as imagined by 1954 television. Bright uniforms, ray guns, rocket packs, noble speeches, and looming Cold War paranoia. The characters believe in the dream. The players know the cracks are showing. So anyways, really cool. The year is 2377. The Earth leads the United Solar Territories, a fragile alliance spanning the solar system. Peace is enforced by the heroic rocket corps, whose pilots, agents, and engineers uphold justice while starring in propaganda newsreels. So it goes through some of this stuff. The player characters are bold, sincere pulp protagonists, rocket pilots, intelligence agents, engineers and scientists, alien renegades, journalists, monks, detectives, and ex-spies. So just try to get the picture of, the 1950s sci-fi TV shows. And this is basically what that's like. So I'm trying to set you in there. And here's your character creation. You can print the character creation here. Here's zoom out for you. So I got the paperwork here, and I thought, well, why not? Let's go ahead and create a character. I'm keeping the name Jack Rocket. Jack Rocket. Alrighty, roll for stats. Jack Rocket uses 4 stats. Stats are modifiers to save rolls. They range from -3 to +3. You got your strength, dexterity, grit, and will. Strength is your raw power, endurance, ability to heave, crush, lift, shove, drag, withstand. Dexterity, balance, speed, precision, stealth, climbing, survival instinct. Your grit is your toughness, pain resistance, shock, survival, disease. Endurance also directly affects your hit points. Will, resolve, focused, courage, resisting torture, and psionics. Ooh. Okay, rolling numbers. To calculate each stat, I'm going to roll 4d6s. Okay. So I got my 4d6s right here. Colorful purple and the black. So drop the lowest for each stat. Okay, I get it. So we roll. All right, so I got a 3 and a 1, a 2 and a 5. So drop the lowest for each stat. So take the 1 out. Assign in order, strength, okay. So we're doing the strength right here. So we got 2, 3, and a 5. Figure your stat score by consulting the table. Okay, so you add these up. So 2 plus 3 is 5, plus the other 5 is 10. So you come down here, and it's between 9 and 12. My strength is 0. Oh, crap. So then I come up here, and I guess I just write a 0. Wonderful. Alrighty, so then we do the next one, 4d6, and that's going to be the dexterity. Okay, we got to roll high here, guys. And we got another 1, so drop the lowest. So 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 3 is 10. So what's the 10 get us? Holy crap, that's another 0. I hope I'm doing this right, because it says right here, 4d6, drop lowest. So I'm assuming it's drop your lowest die. So 0, 0, and now grit. Toughness, this one's important, man. All right, come on, man, let's get some 6s. All right, I asked for 6s and I get 6s. 6 plus 6 is 12, and I got 2 4s, so I'm dropping one of the 4s. So 12 plus 4 is 16. This has to be good. Plus 2, all righty, we got plus 2 on grit. Okay, cool. And then the last one here is going to be will. Alrighty, so what do we get on the will? Come on now. 3 and a 5. I got 2 3s, so drop to 3. So I got 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 5 is 12. And 12 on here is 0. Oh, and now, boy, look at that. I went 0, 0, plus 2 on grit and 0. Jack Rocket, man, you're not that strong. So anyways, next is says right here, determine hit points. Roll a d8 plus grit. Oh, I got a plus 2 on my grit. All right, so d8. So what do we get on our d for our hit points? Come on. And we get, yes, rolled an 8 plus 2 makes it 10 hit points. At least I got high enough hit points. So you put it right here. Okay, this is all new to me here, so I'm just going rolling with it here. So now we go to what's next. Starting gear. You begin with fishbowl helmet. Let's zoom this in. There you go. There you go. Fishbowl helmet reduces exposures, hazards, poor visibility. Rocket core, silver pistol, D6 ray beam. Okay, I guess if I use the ray beam, I roll D6, and whatever the number is, like compared to whatever I get, I'm assuming. Atomic jetpack, 1 use. If a 1 is rolled on use, it explodes. Oh my gosh, take a D6 damage. Pocket televisor, grainy communication device, unreliable, conks out when most needed. Standard space rations, 3. Choose or roll 2 retro trinkets. Looks like it's a 1. It's a D12. I gotta get a D12. All right, let's roll a D12, and we rolled a 9. So 9 is wind up gravity toy that only works in 0G. Alrighty, and then my second roll is a 2. Venus Vinjoin. I cannot pronounce these names. It's a glow orchid. Okay, a Venus glow orchid. How's that? Venusian glow orchid. Tell me if I pronounce that right. Okay, choose a class. You could be Rocket Corps, Vanguard, Ace Pilot, Heroic Frontliner, Reckless Charm, Intelligence Division Operative, Stealth, Sabotage, Infiltration, Femme Fatale Magnet. It's late. So let's see. Duh, now I got it. I was sitting there thinking those are separate classes, but no, it's just 2 classes. You could either be a Rocket Corps, Vanguard, Ace Pilot, or Intelligence Division Operative. Ugh. Okay, each class offers 1 ability, 1 passive bonus, 1 special move, a unique way to earn charges. Okay, step 5 is your name, look, and vibe. Choose your name, Jack Rocket, or another agent, which I'm using Jack Rocket. They have a table here. It says feel free to use tables 1.2 and 1.3 on the next page. Oh, cool. So you roll a D12 and you can pick a name. So if you roll a 5, it's Dax Halvers. Or if you're a female, roll a 5, it's Rhea Locke. That's pretty cool. Okay, so do you wear your uniform according to protocol or heroically unzipped? I roll it unzipped, baby. These questions here. Does your helmet fog up? Yeah, when I'm freaking out. I don't know. Do you know too much? No. Or not enough. Not enough. All right, man. I don't know if these questions are going to mean something or not, but I'll hold off on writing them down right now. Step 6, start with 0 chargers. Charges are the game experience / advancement currency. You earn charges through meaningful scenes. All right. Then later spend 3+ at a long rest for advancement. In the Citadel engine, player characters start off high-powered and only progress slowly. Okay, the vibe I put down, don't know enough. Look, uniform, unzipped. I'm assuming that's where you put these things because it says name, look, and vibe. So, and I was just going down this, and then start with 0 charges. For class, Rocket Corps Vanguard Solo Edition. It says the brave, the bold, the occasionally foolish, first into danger, last to retreat, trained to fly unstable rockets and make speeches while doing so. Okay. And then it says start with, in addition to your standard gear, a silver pistol, which I already have one, D6 damage, a Vanguard insignia. I'm not sure if I should be writing these down or not. An ego slightly bigger than your ship. Vanguard ability. Now that shows right here, Vanguard ability. It says push the engines. All right, so push the engines. Okay, what does that mean? Once per episode, when making a dex or grit save during a chase, you may roll twice and take the best result. All right, I'll put that down here in a bit. Passive heroic presence. When entering a scene dramatically, gain a +1 to your first save there. Okay, moving on. Special move, Atomic Overload. So we have a special move here. So Atomic Overload. And once per episode, declare your ray gun. Zoom this in. To set overload. Next attack deals 2d6 damage. But your pistol is destroyed. Ooh. Earning charges. A Vanguard gains a charge whenever they take reckless action that escalates the situation and survive it. Okay, 5. Class. Intelligence Division Operative. The stylish shadow behind the shiny hero. Cool under pressure. Sharp of tongue. Equally good at lying. Sneaky. And shooting when forced. Wow. Start with. Okay, so this is for the Intelligence Operative. Dang, now I wish I picked that one because you got Undercover Instinct. Once per episode, automatically detect that someone is lying. Seen behind the curtain. When you enter a noir twist scene, gain +2 to will saves there. Shadow Slip. When you fail a dex save, you may declare you had already positioned yourself better. Turn failure into success, but something valuable is lost. Wow, they're sneaky. Alrighty, first episode checklist. Okay, zoomed it up a little bit here on the tablet. It says first episode checklist. Use this page to play your entire first episode. You do not need to understand every rule before you begin. Before you start, you will need this book, dice, range of dice, something to write with. That's it. Create your agent, which we did. We took all that, choose a class, take starting gear and trinket, start with 0 charges. You are ready to play. Step 2, roll the episode. Roll on the episode oracle, reader's result once. Alrighty, the episode oracle need a D66. Roll once to generate this week on Jack Rocket Hook. Okay, we roll D66. The purple will be the 10s. And we get 6. Oh, wow, a 62. Okay, let the fingers do the walking. 62. And just today's Jack Rocket episode is the Shadow of Old Earth. An artifact from before the Solar Wars resurfaces. Every faction wants it, and it reacts to your touch. Okay, I just gave you a sneak peek into what episode I'm going to be doing here. So step 2 is roll the episode, which I just did, and it says ask yourself, what is the main problem this episode is about? So I got to think of that. Do not overthink it. Step 3 is you start your scene 1. Each episode is made of scenes. To begin a scene, Roll a location, a threat, and complication. There's tables in the back of this that have that. I think, and they're D20 tables. Combine them into a situation. Step 4, choose an objective. Pick one objective for a scene. Examples: escape, secure, discover, eliminate, protect. All right, man. I like this. It gives you a nice little outline how to, go about it. Obviously, you got to use your creativity. You got to use your imagination here for this. I want to say TV show here. So the objective answers this question: what am I trying to achieve before the situation gets worse? Step 5, play the scene. Describe what your agent does. Make a save when the rules tell you to. On a success, make progress. On a failure, advance the clock. Introduce complication, make the situation worse. Step 6 is end the scene. Step 7 is the final scene. Step 8 is rest and advance. After the episode, rest, spend charges, advance your agent if allowed, then begin a new episode or stop here. Important reminders: you cannot play this wrong. If unsure, choose the option that makes the next scene more interesting. Keep moving forward. You're doing it correctly. I like that. He's giving you a little pep talk there. So you go there and it has a work scene example. Let's see if I can zoom this in. It says this is an example of a complete scene from start to finish. Scene setup, location, like you saw, like rolled for my episode. Location, you roll D20. This one's at a zero gravity cargo bay. The threat is a syndicate assassin, which was rolled. Complication, gravity flickers unpredictably. And then you say you ask yourself what's going on, or I imagine my agent drifting between shipping crates as warning lights strobe. Somewhere nearby an assassin is hunting me. Objective. The objective here is escape. My goal is to reach the airlock before the assassin corners me. And then it has actions and saves. I describe my actions. I kick off a crate, spinning toward the hatch while firing blindly to keep the assassin back, which means the rules call for a save. So you roll for your save, and here it says I roll and fail. So you go to failure consequences. It's a table and so forth. And then it has, pretty cool here. I'm going to go ahead and here's your core rules, your saves, and tension. Tension starts every episode at 12. On a natural roll of 1, tension rises +2. On a natural 20, tension decreases -2. So whenever risk, violence, sabotage, radiation, vacuum, or villainy are present, you roll a save. And the target number for the save is the session's current tension. Okay, so you got to either pass the tension. If you need to roll save, you got to roll higher than the tension, it looks like. So tension is 18. Minimum is 2. If you ever lose track of tension, it happens. Reset it to 12. So, okay. So you roll D20 plus stat and apply any situational modifiers. If the save roll is equal to or higher than the tension, it is a success. Okay, cool. Then you got your advantage and disadvantages here. And attacks and damage. A melee attack will strike its target unless the target does something about it. Roll a dex save to avoid being hit. Okay. It says here, I think enemies, you don't have damage. It's just if you hit them, then they're dead, or if you roll a save or something. I can't remember. Roll a dex save to avoid being hit. This method applies to both player characters and NPCs. Successful melee dex saves made by the defender avoid damage. Range attack is dex save made by the attacker. Okay. Example damage dice. Light melee is a D3 plus strength. Medium melee is D4 plus strength. I have no strength. I got 0. So that's going to suck here, man. Armor reduces damage. See, I didn't get the armor. I got to find out where the armor is. Armor reduces damage by a flat amount. Damage reduction. I got to look that up. I didn't see the armor on here. Oh, no. I got to find that. Enemy combat. Enemies do not use hit points. An enemy is defeated by a single successful save with your chosen method of attack. Okay. So on your PC, takes damage that takes off your hit points. You do not track hit points for enemies. There's your resting, long rest, charges, and level up. Charges represent heroic momentum. Charges are earned after meaningful scenes. In solo play, it often depends upon you as a player to determine when a scene is meaningful. Aha! So you gotta be true to yourself, man. So, retro death. I guess you got a D12 table here on how you die, huh? Or something, I guess. That's wicked. Dying in the death table. When reduced to 0 hit points, roll a grit save. Solo playouts, once per session each. Cut to commercial. Reroll anything. Wobbling set wall. +2 to any save. You exploit shoddy set construction. Anyways, so this is pretty funny, man. I'm looking forward to playing this. So there's more to it. So I got 55 pages or 57 pages to it. And this is your D66 table I just rolled on. And then you have your scene engine, your location oracle, so it's a D20. And then you have your threat oracle, D20, and complication oracle is a D20. So optional threat variants, you roll D12. Optional scene mood. So scene objectives, okay, there's your scene objectives there. Choose 1 or 2 of them. Frame in a scene, cut to, reveal, explain. Okay, cool. So it's almost like you're a director of your sci-fi TV show here. So noir twist oracle, pretty cool. In every great Jack Rocket episode, there comes a moment when the lights dim, the camera angle tilts, and the truth slithers out from behind the televisor static. This is great. So, and you roll a D20. Looks like, yep. Roll D20 when the loop instructs you, or whenever you feel the plot needs a hard left turn. So you roll D20 for all these things on here. Faction plots. Looks like you do a 1D6. So really cool. I think this is going to be a pretty fun game here. So keep an eye out for it for some Jack Rocket episodes. And I will leave it at that. This video is getting long, and found this on DriveThru RPG. I think it was like $5. Check it out, man. Got it on the PDF, obviously. So, and that's it. All right, you guys take care. Thanks for paying attention to this. If you watched all of it, please leave a comment below. If you have anything to say, or if you played this game, let me know. And I will talk to you later on. Bye-bye.